Hi boys and girls. Okay, today we're going to be creating some name art using shapes and your name in bubble letters, okay? So, let's get started. The first thing you want to do, if you haven't ever done it before, is to make your name in bubble letters. And I'm just going to use this whiteboard to show you super fast how you can make bubble letters. So, if you don't know how to make your own, I mean, Mrs. Walker's been practicing a while, so I can do like shapes like this just to kind of bubble out my name, right? I've had a lot of practice. If you, however, have not, and you want an easy way to do this, I'm going to show you the simplest way I know. You're just going to write your name, leaving at least a finger space in between each letter, okay? And you're going to do this with pencil. I'm doing it on a whiteboard, but you're going to use a pencil on your paper because you're going to want to erase these lines, okay? Then you're going to take a Sharpie and you're going to go around your pencil lines like so. And you want to stay about the same distance away from the line. So you see how this is about the same distance as this is. If it goes down in, you go down in like that, okay? And get it to where you think it looks good. Then you're going to erase the pencil line inside your Sharpie. And if this doesn't look deep enough right here, go deeper, okay? Make it look good. If you feel uncomfortable with doing Sharpie around this, then take a pencil and just bubble around it with pencil, and then erase the pencil line and trace that line with Sharpie, okay? That's all you have to do. So this just kind of gives you a kind of a guide of where to go with the shape of your letters. Now this one, I know it's going to have a hollow space. I'm just going to erase that and put my hollow space in there, okay? Because I know I want it to be a little bit bigger than what it would end up if I did it the other way. All right, I'm almost done. Just got the letter R to do. And if any of your letters don't look quite right, always just kind of fix them, because once you have that middle part out, you'll be able to see whether it looks like the bubble letter you want, okay? So once you have your bubble letters on, your name on in that way, then you're going to use a shape. Okay, Mrs. Walker's going to do kind of a quick one here because I want to show you how the shape works, and I want to talk to you about positive space and negative space. So right now, the positive space on this paper is where I am putting my letters. That's the positive space. That's where there is something there, okay? The negative space would be all of the space, all of this white space around my letters. That's negative space. So we've got the positive space is the actual letter itself, okay? Negative is everything behind. So what you're going to do is then take a tracer if you want, or you can make your own shape. You can see in this one I've done some heart shapes. I just drew a heart shape. I have some heart tracers if you want them. You could do a circle. You could do pretty much anything you want. I'm going to do this paint sploosh because I did it on this one and I really like how it looks, so I'm going to do that. And you're going to take your Sharpie and trace it with your Sharpie. So I'm just going to hold it really steady and trace. And just take your time and trace around whatever shape you're doing. Oops. When you take it off, or before, I guess before you move it, make sure you didn't miss anywhere, because it's going to be very confusing when you pick it up. There's going to be lots of lines, and so you might have a hard time telling what you didn't trace. So before you pick it up, just kind of check to make sure that you did go around all of the shape. Then take your shape off, and this is where we're going to start coloring. We're going to only color the parts of our letters that are not inside the shape. So everything that's outside. So you can see on this, all of the pink is outside of the heart shapes. And on this one, all of the dark purple is the letters that were outside of this sploosh. So there's a little bit there, there's a little bit there. For mine, it's only going to be part of this W, the top of the K, part of the E, and the R. I'm going to pick colors that contrast. So if you are using markers, which I'm going to use markers for one of my colors, but I'm going to use crayon for the other, because 2 markers, you either have to do 2 completely different colors, or I could choose to do, if I want to do this blue, it's very dark, so I could use this lighter blue as my contrast color. Oh, and this is a glitter crayon, so I really like that. So those could be, that could be my contrast. It's pretty light though. Let me see, this is a little bit brighter. Okay, so those contrast, but not very much. They're pretty similar. I don't think I would do that. Let me see, what about this blue? Ooh, that's very dark. And let's see, how about this blue? Whoa, see, those are almost exactly the same. I would definitely not pick them. I really want a lighter blue. And it might be kind of the same tone. I don't know, maybe this glitter one would go good with this. It's a little hard to color with though, I think, because of the glitter. I don't know, I'm not sold on that one. Maybe purple. I did purple already though, so I'm going to stay away from purple. I'll try pink. Let's do pink plus a light pink crayon. Ooh, this is a glitter crayon. Okay, I kind of like that one. I'll have pale pink on one. Now, could I do 2 totally different colors? Yes. You could do, like, say, yellow and pink if you want to do all marker. Those are really nice contrast to them, okay? So, here I go. I'm going to only color in the parts of my letter. And let's see, I decided I was going to do pink, so I'm going to do this one, and where did that glitter pink go? I think this was it. Shoot, I threw it back in there. I hope this is it. Okay. I'm only going to color these parts. Ooh, this is not the same pink. Shoot. Okay, well, if that happens to you, what do? You just say, okay, and keep going, right? I might pick a different color marker because I don't feel like that marker is going to look well with this, so I'm going to pick a totally different color. This is more of a salmon pink. All right, I'm coloring in just the letters that are outside. They are the positive space. And then we're going to do the negative space in just a minute. We're going to only color the shape itself, but not the letters. So the opposite of what we are doing right now. Right now, we're only coloring the letters. In just a minute, when I get this done, we're only going to color in the shape. Alright, so I think I've got everything that's outside of the shape. Oop, I missed this right here. So double check before you move on that you didn't miss any of the letters that are outside of your shape. Now, for a contrasting color to this, I guess I have to go back to the drawing board here. This is a salmony pink, so I wonder if orange would look good with this. I don't think that's different enough. Maybe yellow. Could do yellow. I think I'll go with what's green look like? But oh, it's going to look Christmassy. Okay, I'm just going to go with yellow. Alright, so here I go. Now, I'm going to color this whole paint splash, but I'm not going to... Oh, I just see a place I missed here. So, if you catch a spot, there might, like that little corner is actually outside of the paint spot. Okay, now I'm going to start on the shape. So I'm going to color it, but when I come to part of the letter, I'm going to stop and not color that part, because that is now going to be the negative space. It's the behind. Oh, it's what I want to fall behind. So I'm going to color in all of this. Oops, sorry about that. There we go. And I'm going to pause this while I do this so you don't have to watch me do the whole thing. Okay, I am back. And don't forget, if there is a hollow space inside one of your letters, like inside this A, be sure to color that in too, because that would be behind. That would be part of this spot, okay? Now, we're going to do our final step, which is, can be a little messy. So Mrs. Walker will probably set up a box or something so that you can do this, but what you're going to do is spatter paint the rest, or the background of your name art. So you'll need some paint, some water, and I'm going to pick a color that I think looks good with this. I feel like orange. These are all warm colors, pink and yellow, so I think I'm going to just use orange for mine. You're going to really wet down, add some water, to the color that you want to use. Get it good and wet and stir it really well. And then all you're going to do is tap your paintbrush. So you're going to hold your paintbrush over your picture and then tap it. And it'll spatter onto your paper. And you want to be sure you're doing this away from other people. So that's why I'll probably make a box that you guys can use. That way if you spatter it, you won't spatter it on anyone. So we don't want to get this on us. Okay, I'm running out of paint, so add more water. Stir, stir, stir. Spatter a little bit here. Make sure you have your paint shirt on when you're doing this. If you have clothes that you want to protect. Okay, I can see I need some like right there in the middle. Kind of look around, make sure it looks pretty evenly spaced. It's like you're giving it a little spanking. Okay, once you have that done, you're going to take that to the drying rack and, oh, double check. Before you started this, you should have put your name and class code on the back. We want to make sure we get it back to you. So don't start painting until you have that penciled on the back, okay? Have fun and be creative.